That is a person going through emotional issues. I am just a sentient crocodile.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You should totally capture it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Do you want to capture it?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's ethical stuff I'm not getting into.
Fair, okay.
Anything else to be worried about, yeah?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
Wait, I thought Pokemon can't talk. Like, someone literally told me that Pokemon can't talk. They lied to me.
Some can, yeah.
I've actually run through.
Not all are intelligent enough to understand as well.
I guess so.
It's weird. There's like levels to this.
I've been a trainer for 6 months.
I don't think
Do we old Yeller?
There was a Porygon that could talk because it ate something, I think.
Oh.
I bet that.
Wait.
Final.
I know the phrase.
This creature over here. This thing startles. This thing typically startles other creatures. Yeah.
You're like a king. More dog.
What do you think we should do with it? Like I said, it keeps startling other creatures. Yeah. Might be.
Whoever has the gun can do the old yellering.
What?
However, that's
Probably because it's a kid.
Are you aware of what I'm trying to say here? That is a creature that is invasive and is startling others.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Is it okay to hunt it then? I'm assuming.
I don't know what the intelligence level is on this thing here, Nya. But all I know is that I've seen this thing. These things typically upset other creatures, Nya.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, cool.
What do you think, Nito?
I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I don't know. Is it properly invasive or is it just wandering? That's the question.
I don't see many of it.
No, go for it.
Like the last time I saw one of those was like half a year ago, I think, Nya.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, you know, also
Probably
some
just
context with
wandering
that.
then.
Okay.
Also, to give you some context with that,
If
it's the
it's-
same one from that I think it is. It might a dragon mother in a cave actually claim it as a child. So
Huh?
Huh?
there was a dragon chick that came by who was being chased by some dragon hunters, and she basically kind of claimed them as her child.
Chick being chased
Okay.
by dragon hunters. I
Okay.
remember one dragon that was being chased, but I don't remember. Was it Sapphire?
Maybe.
'Cause that's the only dragon I remember being chased with the dragon hunters. But they weren't out here. They were over there, and there was not many other people. I don't know. Could happen again, I guess.
Alright, well, if it's kind of just, if it's just simply just, I guess, looking around, I guess it's fine, yeah. We haven't seen any more of them around, but...
Okay. Then I'll proceed.
I'm gonna set up microphones inside the cave.
Okay.
Do you guys need me for anything else, Nia?
No, I think you're good. We'll let you know if we need you.
Okay, Nia.
Ah!
What was that? What the fuck? What was that?
Dog.
Was that peanut butter?
And proceed to set stuff up in here. Thought someone was.
It's a liberal.
You'll learn.
Oh my god.
You'll learn.
I feel like this is some weird movie.
I'm showing Cora
I feel
around.
his uncle.
And then after that, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna go around that shit. We're gonna go around that shit.
Boy, you're a liberal.
Yeah, Kirby, counterpoint liberal.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I didn't know.
I heard someone just say that
Yeah.
out of context as I walked by, and it's the best thing I've heard out of context to come out of this lobby in a while.
That would be great.
Sorry to
Thanks.
hear about that there,
Yeah,
friend.
'cause I-
Oh, Sal got out of their house and went
What was the comment? If you don't
depressed fucking
Oh
Sal.
my god. So Fruity, how did the library thing go?
Oh, it went very well. Indigo learned that the Children's War was not just a war, it was a sacrifice.
Kirby, let me tell you.
Wait, what? How did they?
So
Uh.
Indigo was like, hey, I could trade something, hands over the fucking prop of the VRChat script to RP.
And he's a toon, so that has to work. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
fucking damn it. I kept it light, I kept it loose.
Okay.
But
He's
like,
no longer allowed to have that book anymore.
I was sitting there like, God fucking damn it, it's Indigo, this is a toon, this is going to work.
You know, I would have preferred him to take out the Gravity Fall book and gave that to you instead.
Oh yeah, that was the other option, and he would have gotten more information, and it would have been more valuable, but, you know. Instead he gets one of the late game context twists.
What about Orin?
What he
Oh, he just wanted to check out some books on sword dancing.
Uh,
Or blade dancing, and he did, and he had a good time.
he had a good time. Him, oh, I got some sword books. Indigo, children will learn.
Yeah! Okay, so he didn't learn, specifically, Indigo learned that there was a guy, the guy who designed the Keyblades.
I mean, maybe it's like a level of
the,
intelligence or
Realm
something, because like a
Shatterer,
fish is a
the
fish.
Great Master, designed
they're
them
not very
specifically to
sentient.
target specific demographics. And that he did so because he was motivated by needing to do the correct thing, but not the right thing. And there was a discussion about if you had to do a lot of sacrifices to do something, wouldn't you do those sacrifices with the ones that are the most valuable, and that would make that number a feasible number? And then he also learned that more specifically, that the Children's War was not just a war; it was a sacrificial ritual. So if he puts all those desperate,
Sacrifice.
if he puts all of that together, up to him.
Oh my god.
Also, Kirby, it's funny seeing just.
He also got
Alexa
the
text
Kyrie
me
story,
a
Kyrie's grandma
screenshot
story.
I don't know
of
what
the
either you
JWA
said.
comms.
Yeah, I see people like walk on the
It's funny seeing Lexa text me a fucking screenshot of JWA comms like, oh, something happening in the forest? Because the fucking VC was filled.
Shaking my head.
To repeat what I said, he also learned Kyrie's grandma's story, which technically gives him more context if he could figure out that those two things are related.
Oh boy.
The burden Indigo has to face. Will he figure it out or not?
Oh, one last thing.
Mhm.
It was explained in a little more detail why looking into the Keyblade stuff makes you go crazy.
Mhm.
And it was specifically said, point blank, the information itself is not cursed. It's just what happens when you look into something that fucking depressing that thoroughly. It is just emotionally traumatic information to learn.
So you're saying Bishop would be fine if he...
profile. So many people have already liked his profile.
No,
and want to
he
do
basically,
vile things to them, and if they even try, I'll kill them.
Basically, it's traumatic in the way that it makes them want to be like, let's stop this. I want to stop this, or I want to do something about this.
Yeah, Egyptians.
I don't know. I see Bishop as he knows a lot of the 40k stuff, so I'm like, I don't know if it's...
So Bishop's problem with this information is that he's going to get very obsessive over it, and it's going to drive him like that's the thing when it comes to this sort of like brain blasty shit. You get obsessive, and the obsessiveness is another way of going crazy.
Go crazy. Go stupid. Go crazy. Go stupid.
Go stupid. Go numb. Go stupid.
Can I like adopt Inagami? Talk to Ren about that. We get a dog.
God, I cannot believe I was having
Gave you the
Patty have a
fucking VRChat
meltdown.
Script.
I heard Patty yelling at someone. I was like, oh, I'm gonna just keep laying here.
She's not in a good mood today. So basically, it's like anyone who's causing trouble, she's not giving them any quarter today.
Things have calmed. Things have chilled.
Like basically full on bitch mode.
Ayo. Things have still.
And she has to calm herself by explaining something to Clover.
So it was easy for Clover, but not for Patches.
So Patches, there's another.
And Patty had to go like, no, you do not have another sister. All right, I'm gonna be in character now.
Okay then.
I think I might hop off a little early because I haven't had anything to eat, and it's been a while since I've been on VR for such a long time.
Oh my God, Fruity.
Wait, do you need me around for something?
Well, I mean, I like for you to have fun here, so just like go get food. Focus on food.
Eat
Alright,
food.
I will hop out of the lobby because like VR is starting to get a little full, and then I'll come back.
Okay.
Like I didn't eat food because I wanted to have fun here, alright?
Hun, this is the time I would normally like be like getting taking a headset off to take a break.
Alright.
So.
I'll see you guys later.
Did the paperwork for it? Could I adopt Inagami?
Why am I hearing that name again? Why am I
creating so many fucking problems?
What do you mean?
I'm just joking about. I was joking about adopting Inagami.
Do you know what an Inagami is?
Yeah, I took it to Elder Dragon.
Yeah, that was a thing that kind of destroyed like a little pocket civilization out in the forest like a couple centuries ago.
It's bygones are bygones. It's like an isekai Inagami anyway. He doesn't have like any power or pressure about him, you know. He's just a bamboo dog.
Wait, is that the
and
same
he likes
thing?
me.
Hold on, is that the same thing
Also-
that was in Dragonspire?
Yeah, that I was writing, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess I wasn't feeling like it had that aura, you know? Nothing like the, especially not the same aura that's that thing we fought like years ago at the in the wastelands outside Zafira.
Yeah. I asked Nito, and I think every time I mentioned it around Nito's just kind of like, okay, come on.
You know,
Let's
look,
do you want to go inside? You want to go to
in the roof.
How's Clover doing?
Um,
Did she want to meet her copy? I feel like she wanted to meet her copy.
I was okay. We're not on the roof. Well, I guess I can still say it around here. I was going like no. What's that? No, we can just be over here. You know, I should be wearing my jacket, but I'm just so fired up right now that like I don't need it right now.
Are you good?
I'm high strung today. Okay, well, regardless, Fred, you can't like stand or anything like that? I mean, I'm not telling you to like still get back in VR or anything like that, but you can't stand? So I want your feedback on just like I noticed Knight was angry. There was a bit of a flare up that happened, and I asked them why they're feeling angry. By the way, right now I have my link right now, kind of just on pause. So I left that basically. I'm in a frustrated, annoyed state. So that's what they know me in right now, and I don't want them to kind of see any flare-ups from me because they can't seem to. Well, I'll talk about that later. So Knight was getting angry about, I guess, thinking about some stuff in regards to, I guess, Vlanero. Well, let me put the thing on.
He'd probably be best.
Yeah. But they were saying that they're trying to, I guess they're taking what I said to them before about just like trying to channel anger and kind of like if you're feeling angry and whatnot, just use it as sort of use it towards exercise, use it towards something creative or something that helps out whatnot, instead of just being all like rah, all angry and whatnot. However, they said that they're letting. Do you know what day is?
The copy of night. Yeah. What about?
Yeah. Do you know what the origins of day is?
I'm pretty sure from Vlanero. I think that's what it was speculated as, right? I could be misremembering.
No, there's no speculation. I can tell that is the same energy signal. At least
it's probably just to get at you, and other folks too.
Well, Knight said that they're letting Day stay, or rather, Knight is letting Day stay at the waterfall. And I kind of said, it reminded them that they practically is like spitting out venom whenever Vlanero's name is mentioned. Like, it's literally their puppets. And Knight said that, it reminds them of who their target is, who they're fighting, and who to be keeping their anger directed at. They're concerned about their, the whole draconic rage and the horde.
Whoa.
Or the horde being, what?
Take that back like 10 seconds. Sorry, the flux almost took me. I about lost. About got yoked.
Gotcha. So, Knight was saying that they have Day there, allowing for Day to stay there because Day is reminding them of who they're fighting, Vlanero, or like who to direct their anger towards. And they're saying that they're concerned that they have been concerned about their dragon rage and them possibly hurting their horde or family and friends. And I suppose they took a little bit too hard what I said in regards to that, focusing the anger and stuff like that, but they seem to be intentionally riling themselves up so that they can train themselves to control that. I don't think it's healthy, Higgs.
No, that's not healthy at all.
Okay. Sorry, I should have asked you what you thought before saying that it's I don't feel it's healthy. I'm sorry. I just
No, you're right. It isn't healthy. I didn't know that it was that bad.
No, it's.
What does she have? It's the reason why is so she can be reminded. It's like Patty. It's like Let me just go ahead and put a picture of Gregor on my refrigerator. So every day I wake up in the morning, I walk past, I see Gregor's face, and it just pisses me off. That's not a good way to live.
Yeah.
I think she's trying to use her anger to stay strong. If anything, she had a conversation with me a few weeks back and whatnot, and she was starting to really like, she was getting tired of everything, and I think she was starting to question a lot of things. And I just told her, hey, just push through it, stay strong if you can. You can get some time to relax. It's just not yet, that kind of thing. And she. Relax when you're at home, that kind of thing. I think that she's taking this whole "I'm going to stay strong" thing and is pushing her anger at it.
I'm gonna I'm gonna have the seats pop on. Can you move a little bit more to there so you don't get caught up in it?
Yeah.
Okay. And okay.
She should probably, if I were her, and I'll tell her as much if you want me to. Or hell, what the fuck?
I'm still trying to figure out what I want to be doing.
It's alright. It should be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yep. And there's also another Neighbor Watch member there as well. So, yeah. I told, and there's the cube. I told Knight that I was going to talk to other people before I guess decide to put my foot down or anything like that. Knight's been going to the waterfall like every day, like basically since Slade passed. They've been at the waterfall every single day. You know, they get food and whatnot. They eat food with us, but like.
She's self-destructing.
Hey, Kirby, you might be needed in the spawn box.
Gotcha. Can you give me a bit? I need to, I just got a message. I need to check out something from one of the tenants. It's like an emergency. Apologies.
Yeah. Good. No, you're fine. I'll just stay here.
The right way is not always the popular and easy way. Standing for right when it is unpopular is a true test of moral character.
Okay. Cube. How do you feel about that cube? Cube. Okay. Cube.
Apologies about that.
Hi. It's okay. Someone couldn't replace the battery in their smoke detector.
Yeah, I guess you can say that. That was it was an adventure and a half to deal with that. I'm actually kind of surprised you were right about it being smoke detector, though.
Oh, really?
Were you listening to
I was just guessing, a wild guess. No, I was talking with Vulcan. Vulcan came up here, asked me a bunch of questions, and he basically was like, "Hey, I know nothing about you, but yeah, you're like very connected to my family." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess that's fair." And so we just chatted for a little bit. I told him I don't like the other champions minus him, other things like that.
Okay, well let's go on him to be not talking to you then. So I'd say it's kind of pretty important for him to be doing so, anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so
I hope it's not like him trying to tie up loose ends kind of thing.
I
kind of felt like it was the kind of thing that he would be. You did that people do when they're dying. So you know.
That's a little bit concerning. I didn't think about that actually.
That's what I thought.
If it's not one thing, it's another. I swear. Okay, so
yeah, Knight self-destructing. What else?
That, I mean, I just want to know your opinion on that, and I guess you kind of explained it. Just,
Sounds like she's self-destructing. She's not handling things well.
Mm-hmm. I want to be, I want to be approaching her in a proper manner about this. Without like making her feel defeated, like she did something wrong, kind of thing. Or, I mean, like she doesn't know.
It's a easy solution. Easy solution would be to take her away from the place where she's abusing herself in. Don't let her go to her waterfall. Tell her to stay home, spend time with her, have her watch movies with y'all. Remind her that other people exist.
Yeah.
Don't say it as a mom, say it as a friend.
And the added concern here is just that, like, she might try to say that, but I gotta make sure I'm getting stronger or whatever. Because...
Tell her no. Then step up as a parent.
Well, the thing is that, like, she's obsessing with this also because, well, as a way to kind of, like, focus stuff since, like I said, Slade's passing and whatnot. But she's kind of pushing really hard into the whole vision that, like, a bunch of people saw. And the vision was basically her taking down, being the one that was doing the blow on stab or whatever on Flanero. And they were really
gonna take a wild guess and guess that this is what you and Lila were talking about up on that hill.
A little bit.
I figured. At least somewhat.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of things I need to update her on that was very recent, and just like wasn't completely, but I did talk to her again today, because like there was a lot of things I wanted to focus on talking before, but it seemed like everyone kind of kept appearing where we were at. It wasn't just you, but that's nothing new. We've even gone out into the deep forest before, and just people still found us in our little spot. How do I say this? I am really concerned that just like this obsession that she's got, plus just the whole like that they've got to make sure that they're going to be the one that's going to take him down kind of thing. She seems to be snapping at people who even like are not putting full faith into this vision. Because, like, for all we know, this vision could have just been made up by somehow hijacked by Flanero, Like, he might have been the one that pushed us out.
Or other things.
And even still, prophetic dreams and stuff like that, visions. Those, like, they may be some kind of suggestion that something could be happening or something needs to be done. Doesn't mean that there's going to be 100%. And also, sometimes those things themselves are the type that become self-fulfilling prophecies. So, essentially, like, it could be a cry for help. Maybe it's Siegfried going like, hey, I need to reach out for someone in a position, someone who's in the best position to start doing something about the Daedric champion. And,
you're right.
For whatever reason, they chose Knight with all their specific connections. I remember like when we were going down the Warrens one day, and there was a special thing from Siegfried going like, we'd get a special bonus if Knight was the leader. And I feel like maybe Siegfried decided to be like, just maybe it was that day, maybe it was the day before or some other time, but they just decided, hey, I've deemed Knight to have something special to them, so I'm going to be grinding them through.
Why would Siegfried, even though it's like a Siegfried would be doing that? For the most part, when he communicates with me, it's usually in truths. For the most part, I've never been deceived by him. People are selling drugs.
Oh, I see the cube. I heard something up here.
They do need a license to sell things. It could be laced amongst other things too. Where is this happening at, Aria?
Hi there.
Train station? Who exactly is this again?
I don't see the chairs.
Oh, you don't?
Top Hat specifically.
No.
Ask them if they have a license. If they don't have a license, tell them to fuck off.
I
You'll
see
drag
him
them to
now.
Pokey.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Thank you. Oh.
It's probably just like a big package or something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's a delivery in my place. Oh, someone's talking to them. Hey, remember I was talking to you about there's someone that looks exactly like you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're down there.
They're right there.
Where?
Right
On
there.
the,
Oh, by the way, found out they are alive. They're not just copies. They have a heartbeat,
I'm gonna go say
according to
hi.
Ida.
Clover, remember. Clover, remember, there's someone else. They're not a sibling, okay?
I know.
Just be careful, and be careful of any places you go to with them as well, okay?
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
well, yeah, some days.
Oop.
Oh, there are days. It's pretty cool.
E.
Fair enough.
Have fun.
Boop. E.
Was I floating? Was I on my tippy toes this entire time?
I think so.
Were you?
I don't know. I wasn't
Yeah,
really paying attention.
I feel a little rather short right now.
Hey, Patty.
Hi.
How goes it, kid?
Not great.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep moving around.
I'm,
You can stay safe.
You take care. Yes, I am,
Time to go.
have half a mind to throw a random person inside of a dumpster.
Oh?
Yep.
Oh, no.
That's how I'm doing.
Who's the person you're throwing in a dumpster?
The first person
Random
who bothers
person.
me.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope I wasn't.
You're fine for now.
It might be the people down there trying to sell opium.
Do they have a license for it?
Probably not. Arya's questioning him.
Okay. Wait, where did Clover go off to? I thought they said
So to go
By the
talk to
way,
Clover number 2.
They're not going there. They're.
Oh, shit. That reminds me.
Oh.
Higgs, I picked you up something for Christmas. Where you want me to send it? Dragonfire? I haven't
done any.
In my house over there. Try over there, blue house.
Because I'm fine.
Can we go inside?
Not grounded.
Not the nicest way. Can we go inside? How much do I like to talk to people? It's gonna take hours.
Yeah. Okay, let's go do that then.
Yeah, blue house right over there though, right in between the red and the grayish one. Really do not feel like talking to everyone and their fucking mom right now.
Yeah. That was
And it's going to happen, and I would like to get
Well,
through
we could have moved. We could have moved towards the back, like we were in the beginning.
Yeah. No.
And we're already here though, so I guess this is fine for now. Now, how do I get back to remember what we were talking about before?
About
Visions
Night.
and stuff like that.
Specifically, and about how she's being propagating everything and whatnot.
Well, they're not in right now. So yeah.
Sorry if I seem a little thrashed. It's because I am. Ludric moving in was not just a coincidence.
What do you mean by that?
Ludric and Salad are falling out. I don't really want to get into it too much because it's not really my place to be saying a lot, but they aren't talking at the moment.
Okay.
And it's the personal kind of thing that not a lot of people know about that of all either. Yeah, I don't think he's reformed his door at Dragonspire. But yeah, it had to do with his death. Ludwig apparently didn't communicate that at all with Sal, and Sal took it not well and made some drastic actions, probably.
Wait, how do you communicate? How do you?
He communicated it to Ebb and Flow.
Okay. I assume
He talked about contingencies and whatnot with Ebb and Flow. Ebb and Flow was prepared for this. They were prepared for Ludwig to be dying potentially because of his shit with Malleus.
Okay.
Sal was not. I don't know why. I'm assuming Ludwig has a good reason for it. Or at least a good reason, at least in his eyes at the moment, but I've been trying to do my best to support both of them at the moment, and it's difficult. It's very, very, very difficult.
I assume it's...
I got Sal out of Dragonspire. That was the first thing I could do.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess that would explain a little bit in regards to that.
Ludwig's on a really short stick right now. He's combusting. Both of them are. Both of them are self-destructing right now, and I'm doing my best to try to keep them from doing that. Ludwig might actually just straight he might just fucking go back to hell and not come back. The Arcana Law that's been following him around, Nemi. She's been trying to persuade him to do so. Nemi, she's this. She looks like she's the same race as Ludwig. Short stack, red dress, really sleepy looking.
Oh, I've seen them walking around. Huh.
In any case, I don't want to talk about that too much. It's been something that I've been dealing with a lot. That's why I've been so goddamn distant. I've been over as much and whatnot. I've been dealing with this shit.
Possibly selling opium. They're calling it a magic elixir. They are currently heading to the forest.
Wait, do they have a license to be selling this stuff?
I asked them earlier. They went around the question.
Yeah. Do you have a description of what they look like?
They are gentlemen with top hats, monocle.
Oh my god.
Gentlemen.
Oh my god, we actually have snake oil salesmen. Okay. Yeah, just make sure that they can't sell that stuff around here. And if they are seen actually selling to someone around within city limits, get the cops involved, or see if you can get the okay to drag them to the pokey yourself. Okay.
Understood.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. My ear's been on the pulse for neighborhood watch comms for this whole day. Even though I was even at school and whatnot, I'm chomping at the bit right here. Just.
I might want to ask you about some stuff later, maybe depending on it's questions about people with depression.
You can go ahead and ask.
Not now. It's just going to be something down the road, and we're not going to get the time to talk about it today.
What do you mean? No one's going to bother us in here.
Well, it's also too. I'm waiting to see how things go. Again, this is like the kind of stuff I can't have you repeat to anyone, not even Lila. If you don't mind, this is this entire situation with Ludwig and Sal is so personal that I think if someone else found out, or like if Ludwig found out, he would just leave, like right away. Like this would be grand betrayal to him.
Gotcha. I won't say it, and I know, I'll tell Lila that, hey, there's something that I can't tell you, but it's just one of those I'm being respectful, and she'll 100% understand.
Effectively, TLDR, Sal has probably some really nasty depression. Some nasty demons too that she's dealing with. I think a lot of it stems from inadequacy from during her imprisonment from the Sisterhood.
Inadequacy.
She basically sees herself as nothing. She sees herself as like a waste of space and a lot of things like that, and it's the kind of thing that I don't really know how to handle. We went and talked. Remember when Yumi Ida, I think, night, we were in front of that shrine the other day, a few months back, on those steps in front of the shrine.
Vaguely, yes.
Yeah, I pulled Sal out there and whatnot. We went down to Seaside Orlandosaka and just chat about stuff and whatnot, and I tried to drill it into her head a little bit, but I don't know. Something has to change though with those two, otherwise both of them are going to self-destruct the way they're going. I'm thinking that the time that they're spending away from each other is a good thing though. Ludwig doesn't have a support net right now, and I think some of the others as well are, but I'm going to probably sound a little conceited and maybe a little egotistical, but I think I'm the only one right now who's looking out for Sal and looking out for how she is, because and by looking out for Sal I mean like she admits to like putting on a facade, and I am probably the handful of people who actually see past that, and a handful of people that actually she trusts to actually talk about that. And it all also comes back to Showman too.
What do you mean?
Because Sal
and make sure to close the door, okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Remember, when the doors are closed, that you can't.
Yeah. The TLDR is that Sal kind of went back on what Quill said, and because of that, there were some people who were like, "Oh, if you did this, then how can I trust you?" And I think that's a little fucked up.
What?
She was supposed to be distracting a bunch of Ashen or something like that for Quill, and then
Ludwig and Sal, Avarius, and Indigo were supposed to be just somewhere else in the Warrens, just causing a ruckus. Not specifically distracting the Ashen, simply just causing distractions and stuff like that. However, Ludwig and Sal were there, like when we got there.
Yeah. They were asked by Scalos to go take care of the problem along with Vulcan and Knight.
Yeah.
And because of that, there were people who thought they couldn't trust Sal anymore, and that kind of pisses me off a little bit. I get it, but it pisses me off.
The problem
I don't know how they could do that to her.
The problem is that the situation still was kind of weird. I was never really given a reason as to why Ludwig and Sal don't sound like the type of people who would be fighting for something gaining sentience, but rather sapience, the rights or whatnots.
Sal would probably do nigh anything for Dragonspire because it gives her purpose. It's the first place she's actually felt like it's actually given her purpose. So she would do anything for Dragonspire, pretty much. Well, I know she would.
That sounds like even more reason why she wouldn't even be agreeing with this. Like I saw the people. I expected Ludwig and Sal, and Varius as well to basically be like going like, no, you're not going to do this. We're going to stop you. Like
Varius is friends with Quill, and I'm pretty sure Quill was friends with Sal at one point or another, and same thing with Ludwig. They were all friends, so it became a matter of friendship and loyalties.
That would explain that then.
That last part I'm guesstimating a little bit more. I don't know what happened fully. And again, I'm an outsider on all of this, which is really fucking annoying.
If you say it like that, that would at the very least explain why Quill felt such a strong emotion towards Ludwig. Because Quill was talking to Ludwig at length when we went down there.
Regardless, it's something I want to talk about later, but it's been happening. There's nothing that anyone can do about this. No one can do nothing. This is between Sal and Ludwig, and I can do my best to support both of them, but at the end of the day, either one of them has to make a decision, and it's probably not going to be a good one. At least how things have been.
That saying of, I guess like for you it'd be applicable of like you can only help someone who is willing to accept the help. And
pretty much.
Like I don't mean any offense, but I don't know how everyone else sees this, and I haven't seen much interaction in regards to Sal, so I'm saying this more on Ludwig's part, but just I don't feel like there's been much stuff that would allow them to have a proper support network.
Have you ever heard about, like, Ren and I talked about this a really long time ago. When Ren and I met, it was in a crisis, and we quickly became very affectionate over each other. And I was trying to allude to this to Sal, but I couldn't have the heart to say it, really. Whenever someone like that is in a crisis and you're in there, you cling to whatever you can, and sometimes it brings forth those feelings of I love you, that kind of thing, And they gives you those romantic feelings because that person makes you feel like you're safe, like actually physically safe.
Yeah.
Sal more or less just got back. It was like only a few months after she got back from the sisterhood when her and Ludwig started dating. And she mentioned that to me. She said, hey, I sometimes wonder if it's because I feel safe with him, or if it's, something, like that. Like she's having those doubts.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see if maybe that's what happened here. And now that they've had time to sit here and stew in it, Sal kind of made a poor action, and because of that, she's clammed up. I don't know. I don't know what to do with the both of them, but it's been...
It may have started like that, but it kind of stayed that way.
It's been, I don't know. This entire situation's been kind of tearing a hole in me a little bit. I've been trying not to think about it too much and just supporting both of them and trying to stay happy as much as I can. But I care about both of them so much. No, I really don't. I don't feel good. I haven't felt good in a few days.
I don't blame you, I guess. Especially now that you said all that sort of stuff. It's, I wish I can say that I want to be supportive of you, but I wish I can say that I can be supportive of them as well. I'm still gonna do what I feel is the right thing to be doing. Like, I helped out with Ludwig, rather get him settled and whatnot. I didn't give him any lip. I feel what I feel, but I understand that he's not in a good place, and you know, I'm not about to kick someone when they're down like that. But I don't feel like this is surprising. Like, this is a situation where, like they've prepared a bed for themselves kind of situation thing, and they're having trouble just trying to fit in it. Or willing to sit in it. So, with you saying that the whole, like them... Rather, Lugic, like, being convinced to be going back down to hell, I wish I knew what to be saying in regards to that, because it's just... Has Lugic seemed like he was comfortable in this world? Like he was thrust into this place with all. He seemed like he was like on edge most of the time. Like whenever I've spoken to him on the subject of just like look, this is how this world is, and Lugic was kind of giving me more of a crazy response, just like, I'm not used to this. You know, with just all this sort of crazy stuff that happens, Lugic just don't seem to be. It's kind of like Slade, where they are not able to truly feel connected with this world that we live in. Sorry, I didn't mean to mention his name. That's just a thing that keeps...
No, it's fine.
It keeps ringing in my head, you know? Just... Slade...
Unlike the rest of y'all, I didn't really have a very tight connection with Slade. If anything, Slade scared me. I was intimidated by Slade.
I don't blame you. Slade... What Slade did... I'm not surprised. Like, I will say fully, I'm not surprised that's how things turned out. But I'm deeply disappointed.
I asked Avarius if I should put up a statue for him, and he said no. Makes sense. He went out killing 50,000 people.
Yeah.
I wandered around like a crazy person in the Hall of Heroes the other day, talking to the statues, asking them for permission. Sometimes it felt like I was. I went by Trinidad. Trinidad went kind of crazy at the end of it all too. You really think about it. He brought Smasher into the meat rack, and it got a bunch of people injured. But he didn't kill 50,000 people. Sure, Davi knocked over a building right before he passed, but and killed a bunch of people, but it wasn't 50,000. It was only maybe 10, 20, 30? I don't know.
And that wasn't intentional. At least from what I heard.
No, knocking over the building was intentional.
No, I mean...
He just didn't know if there were any people inside, from what I guess.
There. At least from the sounds of it, Slade knew that people were going to get hurt. For the greater good kind of situation, but... Not a statue, but maybe... I mean, you could maybe have something if you really want... I don't want a memorial for him. If I really want a memorial for him, I can go up to Eastendale, I guess.
Right.
I want to remember him as, you know, the uncle that was there for me and Lila. But I don't want to simply just forget what he did. I don't feel like it's right to just simply just ignore that. Like
Lugic mentioned that he would be getting that they're doing an autopsy at some point soon, find out if there's anything that actually happened, anything that was fucking with him. There are some important trigger words I think they're trying to figure out. You know how in the test in someone mentioned madness when they were talking to Slade about Slade. I think they're trying to figure out if he was affected by something like that.
Yeah, I was wondering about that myself.
Because they mentioned Dragonspire.
That was the thing I don't know who I talked to this about, but I was wondering about that. Just, he did leave the premises. You know, he learned about it there, and then he left. And
I mean, Christ, it's ambient at this point. It's all over the place. I'm hallucinating still every other day.
What?
I'm hallucinating. I get hit by hallucinations. Sometimes I'll see like eyeballs sticking out of walls.
Have you been at least like doing something about that for yourself?
It's not anything that's very strongly affecting me. I'm fine. I haven't been like, my eyeballs haven't been catching on fire or anything like that, or
I still at least get yourself like maintenance, medical checkups. How often do you do that for yourself?
Did you know I go to church every week? I go to Skymere Church every week.
Yeah, well, until you tell Skymere to check up on you, that's not going to do much for you.
Well, right, but I still go there and whatnot. That's part of it. But like I go there and I feel better when I'm there. But every time I do see Fable pretty regularly. We meet up for coffee almost 3 or 4 times a week.
Huh? Really?
Yeah. I feel like you would tell me if you noticed something off with me. But again, I don't know. I'll go by the sanctum later tonight and see if there's anything screwed up with me. Mm-hmm.
So, like sometimes he may not notice something when his mind is all over the place.
Yeah. In any case, minus all the other problems and Slade and everything else aside, and Sal and Ludric, was there anything else you wanted to talk to me about?
I don't think there's anything else really. Just, my main concern is still on Night, and I guess I just need to talk to them about specific subjects.
Yeah.
I've been feeling like
Get her away from the waterfall if you can. Training is important and anger management is important, but the way that she's doing it ain't the way to be doing it. Both you and I know that.
Yeah. And
it's what she's doing is the equivalent of running down into the Warrens for an extended amount of time and taking it out like it's a rage room.
Yeah.
Which is also what Sal did. In its own right, it's substance abuse.
I still feel like there's a little bit of merit of just basically like focusing something towards something that's actually productive. And if Sal was...
That's fine.
Like if they're randomly cutting random things down there, that's not productive. But if they're using it towards something down there, like I guess maybe get rid of madness or some other things, then that's helpful. But Knight is intentionally riling themselves up.
Yeah.
Okay. I will do what I can to at least get them to feel okay with... I don't know. A part of me wants to just basically be like, hey, well, I'm just going to coyly just try to get her to come just deal with family stuff and whatnot. But I just feel like if I don't... That was rather,
Try soft at first and then play hardball.
Did you guys hear that sound?
I'll talk to her too, but this seems like this is more of a thing you should be dealing with, to be honest.
Describe the sound. I'm next to a bunch of people.
Sword clash.
Not me, no.
Yeah.
If she wants training, I can give her training.
But
She can come by my house anytime.
So it might be somewhere in Spawn. I'll go check that out real quick.
I wanted to be... I brought this up last month, actually. That the idea of, like, having the whole family train together as a family. I don't mean for Patches and Clover to be fighting as well, but just more like just for them at least is kind of like learn understandings of like how to recognize certain things and how to just start moving away or getting avoiding and whatnot. But I mean, just general family bonding through training and stuff like that. You know, I actually kind of remembered something that was said on the crystal, and it kind of like bothered me a little bit just hearing the words like training is not supposed to be fun, and I'm just like that. I mean, I guess if you're like in a situation where
that's entirely unrelated. The thing is that people were taking the people were going into the death maze in Heaven's Reach, and they were going in like with like a let's go in and have a good time, when you go in there and you literally die if you fuck up. That's why it was made a deal. The deal it was. I was the one who requested Q to talk about that, I guess.
Why was it called training then? Because that's more of a
found out who
trial thing.
Semantical issues. It should have been addressed a different way. I'm not gonna. Okay. I don't want to get into that. The Heaven's Reach thing is a whole nother fucking enchilada that I don't want to get into.
That's fine.
There are issues with that too that I should tell you about at one point or another. David tried to spare you from the details.
I see.
If you want to know, that is.
So you're telling me that me trying to go pick up whatever outfit that I supposedly have over there is going to be more trouble than it's worth?
I don't know. I can just pick it up for you if you want. I'm going to be going there on a bi-weekly basis from this point on. It's gotten bad enough that I need to get involved.
Bad? What? Okay, now I'm curious. I know. Look, I'm in a state.
Are you curious? Do you want to know?
I'm fueled by spite right now. Okay. Which, by the way, that if there's any kind of like a suggestion, I don't know if that's even a healthy suggestion at all, but you know that stuff that you're saying about Sal feeling inadequate and whatnots, that is literally me like every other week or so, but I offset it with spite. So, right now, I guess I'm curious, but also kind of like I'm feeling spiteful enough to not feel like I'm going to feel bad for hearing. Well, spite not towards anyone specifically. I'm just more spiteful at the world. Is what I mean. But
yeah.
So go ahead.
So, in short, effectively, Champion's Isle, the in-between portal was moved below there. It was moved below there. There's this big ass fucking the portal and whatnot, but basically it's connected to a place called Exodesia. Exodesia is a dead planet that is currently being consumed by the in-between. The in-between is literally ripping holes into it now, and this might not be the only place where that happens because of the damage that's happening to the in-between and to the infinite corridor. It's been ripping holes into planets, and it's a fucking alien planet outside in the middle of fucking nowhere. And that's not really a main concern, but rather the concern that I had was that
besides the placement,
the maze got harder. I already went in once. Already went into the maze once. David asked me to take another team in to be their leader. I said sure. It was a bunch of meat rack folks and some other things like that, and I was like, okay, I know how this maze works, I know how the traps work, we can get through this. Meat rack people, yeah, they went in. They've been going in there, the Hamski's group.
That thing was designed for, like, you know, people who've been around the block, so to speak, in our regards.
Yeah. Well, then David tried to tell people and tried to tell me that was the case. But the problem is that Riza, she changed up the maze again. And, you know how Demon's Bane level 1, there was that bongo noise and it shuffled everyone around?
I've heard...
Well, it did that in the maze. It shuffled all of us all over the place. It scattered us all over the place. On top of that, it put a bunch of zones, slow areas, like dead zones, where like you could just only walk at a crawl through them. It made me feel horrible. On top of that, On top of that, it sent a scorpion after us, constantly chased us through the maze.
Huh.
On top of the traps. When I got shuffled, if I didn't move the way that I did, one of the fucking Raven King's hands reached up and just about got me. I flipped over, slid, and then right behind me was a dead zone, and then right in front of me was the goddamn scorpion. I about died right there. This was basically a wake-up call from Riza saying things are going to get serious very quickly. And that was kind of, the whole... That was the reason for that, effectively.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, there is the whole enchilada, pretty much.
Well, it's a wake-up call for those who actually remembered that, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know. I get the understanding. I get the reason why David's doing I get why like Riza's doing it the way that she's doing. I get all of it and whatever the case is and whatnot. It's just to the people who weren't prepared for that, it was scary as fuck, and I was one of those people who was prepared for it. It made me feel like it was the fear of the unknown that I hadn't felt since the Dark Aether. It scared the shit out of me. And then I realized, if it was this bad when I went, and it had only been like a few weeks since I'd gone, or like that kind of thing, or like a month or so, and when I went and everything like that, I realized David has been there dealing with that. Oh my fucking god! Why is there just a neighborhood watch thing every 30 fucking seconds? It feels like. Jesus Christ.
What happened this time?
I'm a fucking shark that came off the train, I guess, and that was a big deal. I don't know. Arya's taking care of it.
So sharks can exist on the land. They're called land sharks. Street sharks.
Yeah, I know. It's
regardless
something to actually be.
Regardless, yeah. I think I understand what you mean now.
It's David, Nomad, and Ethereal have been dealing with this shit for like a few months now at this point, and they've been struggling pretty hard. And so I'm going back and I'm helping.
Higgs, what's gonna happen if you get grabbed by something in there?
I'm not. That's really the short of it. And I'm not going in the maze any more than is necessary. And it shouldn't be necessary anymore.
Sorry, I was about to push my beliefs on something here. I'm not gonna say it right now. Yeah, you already go to.
I explained this to the meat rack folks. I already explained it to the meat rack folks and everything. When I went in there, I told them, I said, listen, my wife is connected to me. It's a empathy link. If I die, she dies. So every action that I take while I'm in here, it is calculated and everything like that. And when we got shuffled like that, I was angry and I was scared because I didn't know what would happen. I've never died in Heaven's Reach, not once.
This feels
and trust me, I felt the same way that you did when you were very upset about it. I wasn't happy either, but it kind of became a thing where it was like, I probably need to do this. The first thought that came into my head when I saw those fucking portals ripping, absorbing things into the in-between was, this could happen to Dragonspire next.
That is the sort of all or nothing mentality the rest of this metaverse seems to have, obsessed with. The whole this world sucks. Man, it really does suck. It just seems like it perpetuates the problem. You know what motivated me to stop being clumsy? Just me getting hurt, just the idea of me getting hurt and whatnot. I didn't like that. Not just oh no, I'm going to be clumsy. I'm going to trip off and fall in front of a train. Like, no, I didn't think about that. I was just more focused on like, man, I really don't want to get hurt, and it'd be kind of like really embarrassing, and I want to do better for myself. Not this whole like, oh, I need to do better or else I'm going to die. Like, that is such an unhealthy thing. It is. I know that it's an important thing. Like, there's some places in the world or other worlds and whatnots, they don't have a choice. They have to be grinding through, learning how to get better with training, all sorts of stuff. But just, like, that messes with you here. Like, there's a reason why some people come back for all these fights, all these wars in the state that they're in. Because, like, they were grinded through training and then they're sent out into a hell. I know... Like, I know stuff's got to get done. I know with what you're saying about David, Ludwig, or David, Nomad, and Ethereal, like, trying to do stuff with the stuff, but just... They're being sacrificed. That's... Anyone who's dealing with this is basically being sacrificed. Like... I know that's the idea how it was talked about, but good grief, what... I don't know. I'm bothered with the idea of just like setting people up so that they're going to die. Like just simply saying, yeah, look, you're doing this. People will remember you for what you've done. You're doing a great thing by sacrificing yourself.
It's frustrating. About the maze? What are we talking about here?
Yesn't. Like, the maze, that is, like, the way that maze is, it's too much. Like, it's unnecessary with how it is. There's a lot of ways to motivate someone, and if someone, and here's the thing that also gets me the most. If someone needs death as motivation, I don't think that's someone who we need to be helping us. Like, them dying, that shouldn't be the right motivation. I don't feel like it is. I just don't. But that just might be because of just my own beliefs and stuff like that. I don't know how much of this is objective for me. Because I can't be objective about this. I just keep seeing people have a specific fatalistic mentality. But I don't know how to talk about it in a situation of like what could be perceived as a time of war. And granted, I don't know what label it is in regards to the whole infinite corridor and whatnot. It could be labeled as at war, but
I don't know. To me, it feels like a prelude. It feels like it's going to be a bigger deal here sooner than later.
And
see, the reason why I was a little funky about all this too was because Malleus doing what he did, the way he was acting when we got into the spat that we did, when everything else and whatnot. Malleus still has that Raven with him. And the thing is that the thing about Exodesia, the thing that's kind of important is so one of the things about Exodesia, there are the wardens, they're all over the place. They're like fucking ants. The problem is that we can't fight all of them. So we have to do is we have to just be ourselves. We can't do any magic, no magic, nothing. So we just go around using our physical strength, our physical, what we have. And so, and also the gas, the air is toxic. You can only be out there for about 30 minutes. Thing is, though, is that across an acidic river, which we're trying to get across right now, Ares is going to be working on building a bridge. There is a structure where David said it's a very large raven, and apparently it's the raven versions of us who left that. Right there, just right there, right outside of our front fucking door, basically.
Huh.
Now the thing is, though, is that apparently those ravens, they may be in cahoots or something, or maybe involved with the raven that's connected to Malleus.
What?
So here we are, I'm Malleus McKay making big fucking actions, and this could be right on our fucking doorstep. That's my paranoia, maybe talking a little bit, but, you know. I don't know. That's part of the reason why I'm getting involved too, and why I'm keeping an eye on this, is because the moment that I hear that there is a raven version of you walking around, I'm gonna let you know.
I'm very concerned about what the mentality is of my own self from back then was, of what I'd be willing to be doing.
You and me both. I was dying to the aether. It's like now I'm stable. I feel like I'm stable, but back then it was like I was like living day to day.
Yeah. I mean, my raven self should be able to recognize a magical girl villain when we see one, but the state that I was in I think it was like, yeah, that was during the time where I like had starting to get those moments where I thought I was going to be witching out. Which means...
Hell, that version of you, if you were left for however long it's been, maybe a few hundred years or whatever the case is, or however long without Lila, you might have already witched out.
What does it mean for... What would that mean for a raven then?
Well, I assume the ravens have to follow the wishes of the tower. I didn't want to give you more to think about, but here we are.
Yeah, no, that's what does that imply? So if there's a witched out version of myself, or just at least what I would, a lot of magical girl witches, I guess like if they're focused, they're forced to be obeying something, there's that. But there's typically some amount of reality warping abilities to them. I don't know if I would have that, but just just suddenly just like
I assume it's like how the Ashen, for example, there are some of the Ashen there that are really fucking freaky, like Ashen Enoch, for example, who would probably be going around and killing a bunch of people if he wasn't subservient to Siegfried, right?
Yeah.
So I assume that there's probably some give in some places where there's been some manipulation.
God, that mean that I just create a maze at any given moment? Oh boy. Okay. So like this thing with the whole no magic and whatnot, had to use our own physical abilities. Will that carry over to wherever location the end destination? And if our ravens...
I don't know. Okay, so the thing is, I don't think it's like a thing where it's like the ravens are there at the moment. I think it's a thing where they were there at one point and they left that there. We're just trying to figure out what they left behind. And so it's really slow and arduous to do that. If you want, we can go there and I can show you. You'd be permitted, I'm pretty sure. You're a champion.
I don't know what I could contribute to that. If I know me being there can help contribute, I would. Like I said, I'd still be
less of you contributing. The point isn't you contributing. It's to see what the fuck we're dealing with.
That's what I mean. Well, I mean more like just if something comes up as an idea for me to give as a suggestion. That's what I mean. Contributing in that capacity.
I'm pretty sure I don't know. I mean, remember that was the whole reason why at the like I was like remember we were going to make you leader because you had good ideas, because you thought outside the box for a lot of things. And that's what was important. So maybe having you come back and looking at a thing, we could be. There was an idea that I had, and and it's possible that it could be a thing where we might just forego the whole bridge thing, and it's possible that with cosmic energy we could link two rifts together and just cross over like that. That might be possible. But I don't know. But like, regardless, you could look at the situation and see something else of it, I guess. I don't know. It's whatever you want to do.
I can at least stop by to check that out then.
Okay. Let me ask David first. That way you don't have to. If Dave, because it could be that they want you to run the maze before you go.
Oh, I thought that was somewhere else. Okay, never mind. Don't bother. If it's in the location like that.
I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's the same thing or not. I don't know. If it's involving the Ravens, it might be different. Let me ask. That way we know for future reference. Anyways, I'll just pull David aside and I'll talk to David. I'm not gonna make a big thing of it. David will understand. Trust me. It's David.
Right. Okay. Just make sure to say that I'm not really hard pressed of it. I simply just thought like, hey, maybe I can give an idea, but I just didn't realize the location was literally still within the infinite corridor.
It's right underneath the Champions Island thing.
Then am I even able to stop by then?
You should be able to. Riza made you a house there.
Yeah.
As long as you have a house there, you should be able to stop by.
Okay.
You're still considered to be a champion.
Well, I mean, I would hope, since that's an alumni status at this point. It's not a.
Well, it's not just alumni status. You still have your ticket. Technically, ticket.
Yeah.
That's why Ethereal isn't. He's a champion, but he's like when it comes to like climbing the tower, Ethereal can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so wrapping up the conversation, talk tonight. Try to see if you can get her to spend more time and get away from that waterfall for a little while. Or whatever the case is, just, and then with everything else, it's just more just it is what it is kind of thing, and I'm working on it. Again, don't mention the whole Ludric and Sal thing if you can, please.
No, I will not.
Okay.
I'm not here to rile up anything. Like I said, despite how I feel, I still prefer to do what's right.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna go home. I need to go make food for Sal and Ran anyways.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a bit since we've caught up too, so I appreciate you talking to me.
I wish I had more positive things to be saying to you.
That's okay. The whole world's kind of going to hell right now.
Yeah,
Feels like.
I haven't even done my side of the Christmas shopping at all.
Neither have I. I've been too busy.
As you know, I'm sure you heard me say this plenty of times before and on the group chat as well, but just, if you see anything job-wise or whatnot, like mercenary or adventuring work, whatnot, that needs to get done. I can. I'm just trying to get funds. For both stuff related to Vulcan and doing some trips around the world for checking out some libraries.
Gotcha. Scalos actually told me to something, by the way. I just remembered. He mentioned it really offhanded earlier this morning. He comes out. He usually comes and visits me in the morning to let me know how things are going. He said that you should try Alcatraz Island. I don't know what that meant though.
Alcatraz. That is. I believe I know that location. Actually, it's Yeah, no, that's somewhere in California.
Yeah, really old jail.
Mm-hmm. It is It's situated in its own little island, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's isolated as it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Odd place. Yeah. I know a little bit about it. They apparently said it was haunted.
There's a lot of rumors in regards to that location. There's a lot of stuff about like famous criminals not able to break out. But some possibly whatnot. Or some just not needing to break out, because if there's something underground, then why would they need to break out if there's a place to just kind of be in?
Yeah.
Or maybe
Well, in any case, kiddo.
Prison down underground too. Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
In any case. Look after Knight for me when you can. I ain't seen her in a few days either.
Yeah.
So I should really go looking and trying to see her and everything and whatnot. I'll be around, I guess, the apartments more too to come catch up with Ludric. Probably trying to spend some time with him when I can.
You can announce a cookout whenever you'd like. And say, hey, cookout, whatnot, and that gives an excuse for him to be interacting.
Yeah. All right. Take care.
Alcatraz. Let's see. Unless there's a different Alcatraz. Let's see. Connected. Is that prison even used anymore? Sure, there's a lot of stuff going on. I really wish I could help those guys. David, Nomad, Daryl, but just... I just can't feel like I can agree with just giving up my beliefs. What's the point of fighting so hard for my beliefs if I'm just gonna just throw them away? It's not the same thing as honor. It's about what's right, what's wrong, perpetuating that stuff. Let's see if Lila's around. Blah. There they are.
Surprisingly, this is like the first time this has ever happened to me. Because it's usually
Ethan, Willie,
I mean, yeah, but...
by the crab.
Crab.
You must beat the
Crab.
Dude, I don't know what the
Sorry.
I can't have fun in this city.
Child.
Can't have fun in this city, man.
They keep repeating whatever I
Can't have fun in this city.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Ethan.
Come on, I can't have fun in the city.
Hi.
Hey.
What were you gonna hit fucking sound with the fucking...
I need to be in your
Patty with the
presence. I
chair?
am
What were you gonna do?
I was gonna say you have to beat the
Adrian.
phone pole boss
How
battle,
did you do
but
that?
then they just jumped away, and so now I just can't have fun.
Yeah. Thanks, try to be a little more gentle. That's fine.
No, kid, not
No worries.
me.
What?
It's high noon.
How you doing, Adrian?
Ow.
Hey. I'm doing.
You better go.
You're looking extra comfy to me.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like
Oh, it
changing.
disappeared. It said, right, I can sell the kid for you.
yeah.
We can't.
It's been a lot of very lazy.
Merry Christmas.
No, you cannot do that.
Hi, Adrian.
Don't touch.
Thank you.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, you want to see something kind of
Hey, you okay?
I see shiny stars.
Okay, let me lead you out of the train tracks at the very least. Come on.
Dog shield.
Why do you have a dog?
Okay. Do you want something to drink?
Dog shield.
I'm fine. I just hit my foot a little bit on the metal part. I'm good, Ethan. You good?
Not you.
No, I got it.
I vote of Aria.
Well, I'll.
You tried to hurt me.
I barely touched you.
Well, I won't yell at you in this instance, but just think twice before doing that on
It's not gonna do
the
much damage, but hey, you know.
so close
I
to
did.
flex.
I fought twice. They're not in range.
Yeah, you said you were gonna do it, idiot, and you were gonna get yelled at by Wolfie more if you did that.
Don't
It's a chair.
don't
Not a
brandish.
firearm.
Do not brandish a weapon
And he's down.
out in the public.
He's not a
very,
weapon. He's a
dramatic.
person.
He punched it. That was on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Are you
being
using
held.
it as a weapon, though?
They're being held like a weapon.
No.
Then put it away.
I'm holding the chair like a chair.
I mean, Adrian, I'll give you that. It's pretty cool, though.
Hold it from the
How else am I
top.
supposed to hold the chair?
You hold it from the top.
But that's uncomfortable to hold it like that. It's easier to get a grip on the thing when it's like this.
You hold it like that because you don't put it down like a chair. This is you're holding it like it's a
Foley was
weapon.
pruning, and there was a bit of like a little bit of gray fur that just kind of
You
fell
know
out.
how
and
weird
I
it is
kind
to
of like
hold it
have
like
this
this?
pouch that I just shove random things in.
I don't mean when it's
And,
unfolded. I
sometimes
mean
I'll
when
just
it's
sit there
folded.
and I'll
You
just
hold it
feed
from the
things
top.
that I found in my shield, and that was one of them.
That's just weird.
Dog shield.
Bro, put the fucking chair away. Thank you.
The world go to shit.
Okay.
He doesn't want to go.
If you
Then put him in a place that doesn't look like a weapon.
Huh?
if you ever find a black and red liquid, do not put it in there because you won't have a shield afterwards. That's all.
I'm trying my best, you know that, right?
I'm aware. I'm not as much.
I
I don't know if I put any black and like red liquid recently or anything like that. I usually can't put liquids in. Sometimes I
He's
can.
actually trying to.
And then there was
I guess.
there was like a wall of worms, and I grabbed a worm and I put it in the shield, and that's currently unlocking a shield, I think. Are you actually trying to put the chair away?
Oh.
Sometimes it takes a bit.
Reggie is
You put a
sentient.
fruit- have you tried
because
that?
you might try to put him away. He just
Sometimes, yeah.
Let me see if I.
Then keep them low. Then keep them low.
Bingo.
Okay. There you go. That was the clarification needed. Nope. Nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's fine.
What's up?
Can I have permission to cook the shark whale?
There it is again.
I can't take this.
It keeps coming back. It keeps raining.
What? Woo, jeez. Hold on.
Ow.
Yeah, let me go deal with this. Ow.
You know what? That's it. Fucking.
Fifth whale. That's literally the fifth.
If they eat that whale shark, you can just get like the fifth kaiju things.
No, so that's a normal animal, but that usually should be an aquatic animal, and they should not be on land like that. So we are
Okay, we're gonna need to work together on this one here.
I'm
Okay.
gonna cook it. I'm gonna eat it. I will get into my big form. I will.
What's the expected solution? Eat it back to the forest.
I was gonna eat it back to the or carry it back to the forest. Yes.
If it keeps coming back, it doesn't want to be in the forest. I still say, let me cook it. I can make a great meal out of it.
So the problem is, if it's sapient, we can't do that.
Damn.
How did
cook a bear?
As long as it's not sapient, yes. Bear meat is a thing that's popular in some places. Though you might want to watch out when you're next to a Higgs when you're cooking that. He might have some allergies. I'm not sure though.
Who's Higgs? I don't know who that is.
Oh, blue man with like weird blue scales and stuff like that.
That sounds like everybody.
Okay,
it does fly. I've seen it fly because it came down from the sky twice. It nearly crushed Shiloh. Nearly.
Okay. Oh my god, I have not fought in a while. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can parry a whale from the sky. Wait, who am I kidding? No, I can. It's Christmas mode.
If I turn into my owl form, I can literally grab it with my talons and yeet it back into the water.
I'd rather not. You have to worry about that. Look, I'm a Neighborhood Watch member. You know, I gotta make sure that people are enjoying their time here and not having to like kind of deal with the annoyingness of some things.
You want me to keep an eye on the sky for you?
For now, yes. Maybe just for a couple more minutes.
Okay.
Is chair like the board and I can touch it?
You can touch the chair.
Yeah, just not the horn.
Okay, where did Lila go off to?
Yeah, just no touch horn.
That was a Bidoof.
I just saw a Bidoof fall.
That was. Okay, I'm gonna call the cops for this. Hi, OPD. This is Neighborhood Watch member Patricia Navidoru. There seems to be an issue where creatures of different sizes and shapes are falling from the sky.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, that there are creatures of different sizes and shapes that are falling from the sky.
No,
Do you have? Do you know what the phenomenon is? Is it not happening?
I saw a Bidoof fall. Sorry, can you repeat that?
What?
Is this? Do you know what's causing it,
Pokemon.
or do you like? Is this? Did this just start happening all of a sudden?
It's been happening for for a while now, actually. At least for the past 30 minutes.
Is it witching out at the time?
I believe so, but it can harm. I just reporting this since people can get harmed.
I'll quickly inform JDA if they see any more like animals falling from the sky to just send them back to the forest.
I'm reporting this from the Grape Gardens neighborhood.
Okay, this is happening very well. Bloody hell, this is like the 20th instance this month. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, no, I'll have someone look into that real quick. I'll send an officer on the scene to get testimonies and all that, and hopefully, as well, get someone who knows how to deal with literally raining cats and dogs.
Yep.
And more, apparently.
All right, thank you very much.
Pretty alright.
Yeah, have a good one.
Think about it though. So that's the thing. Just because it's a season, was it? Like, if you ask the twins, they cannot handle the doors being open for the Mrs. Short.
Hi. Excuse me.
Friend. Silver, I did it. Purgatory
that's not
for once. I made
Wintry. I called the cops. Since I saw the Bidoof fall from the sky, at that point I think that was a matter I need to call the cops for that. So they should be monitoring this. So you should be fine to just relax for the time being then.
Okay. I haven't been flying as much, so I need to practice on that.
That's understandable. Make sure not to pull a muscle. Just do it properly, because you don't want to pull a muscle when.
I know my limits. I try not to push it too hard. Well, let me know if you need anything, Patty.
Of course.
I need to get a sword so you can teach me. Jesus Christ, how many teachers do you need? Okay, you would want to teach me like the kicks and shit. I need a boys to teach me the sword stuff. And we have
Besides, you can never have enough teachers. You kidding me?
Exactly. I can teach you shield stuff. Probably not.
Man. No, Kazi was told, hey, you should make some friends, and so they made friends. So, yeah. Where's the mouse at? Where's the mouse at? Oh my god. There it is. Okay. I'm still walking around, though. Unfortunately, they were explaining that, hey, maybe not make that stuff. Some people might feel a little weird. So someone's gonna have to be in a better position of being able to explain it to them. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try to upload the aura thing that Patty's got now. The new aura.
got Clover dressed up too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she got her own little dress, little hat, and it's really cute. Hi, Patty.
Hi.
Hey, Pads.
You okay? Did you fight the whale shark?
I don't know how, but we lost track of it.
Okay.
We lost it in the alleyways. I called the cops once I saw that there's also a Bidoofs coming from the sky, so I was like, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna have Wintry just keep an eye out the entire time. I was also not in the mood to...
Bidoof?
Bidoof. It's a little beaver...
Bidoof. Oh.
Beaver creature. I was not about to try to find out if I can parry a falling whale.
Falling Bidoof.
Or, yeah, falling Bidoof. More the whale. The Bidoof, I think it'll be fine for landing, but just... I don't think they can reach terminal velocity. But whale, I'd probably make it explode in the air if I try to parry it. I don't... And there might be a kid looking outside at that exact moment. I don't want to traumatize the kid.
Understandable. Are we able to show Quill up there?
Yes.
I don't think they've ever been up there.
As long as they're with Neighborhood Watch members, we can in fact abuse nepotism.
Let's go.
I'm gonna...
That's if I don't trip in these fucking shoes. I haven't worn them in a while. Fake child.
They're going
She went in the sewers.
What? You're right, yes, so they're created by Kazi, and Kazi's...
There's a copy of Clover running around.
The fuck?
Yeah, it was created by someone, and they were told to make friends. And so they literally made friends.
So they made friends.
I hope they can change their appearance, but unfortunately that is a living being now. I'll meet you over there, okay? I gotta go check on it. On them. Which way? Which way? Which way? Which way? Which way? Patty's currently looking for the fake Clover in the sewers.
I am currently trying to find which direction. I haven't been down here for a bit, so I'm trying to find my way back to the Gale's house.
Okay, I know where to go. There. Hi. I just wanted to make sure you're doing all right. You weren't accosted by anything?
No.
Okay, I'm good. Did you like the Pocky? Okay, well that's good. Do keep in mind that, you can't always get Pocky if you ask for it, or ask other things, but it doesn't hurt to try asking. We'll get
Fish?
Fish. Fish is something you can get by fishing. Rather, going to a riverbank and using a special fishing rod. You should try asking your friends about how to go fishing.
River?
This is not a river. This is a sewage area. You don't go fishing in sewage areas. It's not healthy for you. Well, you might be able to handle just fine, but if you hand any creatures that's in this water to other people, it's not good. It's unsanitary. But Regardless, though, I believe where you gotta go to is over there. So, you be safe and.
Gilgamesh.
Yep. You take care and be careful. Oh.
Eat.
I don't know. It looks like it might be a mer person. Yeah, so it's a person. So
Go
you
now.
take care now. Okay. I'm gonna get the hell out of here before something costs me. Okay.
Another time, the old downtown,
I
the
am
old
here.
downtown got blown up.
Oh,
Hi.
you being nostalgic?
Yeah, we looking down.
Oh,
Look at everything.
Cool's never seen all this place look like before, huh?
Nope.
If you look between like some of those buildings over there in that direction, you can sort of see some amount of ruins in the distance. It's kind of really hard to see though. You were, we were able to see a little bit more in the past, but it's better now. Thankfully.
I go down into the warrens to help with the construction people, help check them while they're doing work.
Yeah. They opened it up for they feel confident in us being able to go back in there to kind of like deal with the reconstruction stuff. Wait, you said warrens, not ruins.
Peanut butter?
Did I? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. But yeah.
Could have sworn I just saw peanut butter going onto the off ramp.
Wouldn't be surprised.
You think you could be going there tomorrow, darling?
Yep.
I might. Oh, that's a big peanut butter.
It's big peanut butter.
That was a very big peanut butter.
It sounds like a medical condition. Oh, yeah, that's a big peanut butter. I guess it's a vehicle-sized one.
The vehicle-sized peanut butter.
Yep, and yeah, that it would have to be because otherwise you wouldn't be allowed in through the vehicles please only thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
We shouldn't worry about seeing peanut butter up here. This is a no-fly zone. I'm serious. If you're capable of actually kind of hovering around, you can actually see a hologram around up here.
Oh, I see. I am not capable of doing that. At least not normally. If I'm in my armor, I can, but...
Gotcha. No, that's something I can actually see whenever I jump off the skyscraper here. It's no fly zone, but we're still allowed to jump off.
It was telling me that you did that. You do that, and I went like Batman.
Yeah, like I will. Like if there's a problem, that's the fastest way down. You know, I don't have to deal with the stairs or the elevator.
Patty, he has been captured. Get him. Hey, Patty, guess what?
What's up?
Emotional support gremlins.
Ah! Oh my god. It's been a year since we did that, right?
Oh. Yeah. We used to go around the Lotus yelling out emotional support gremlins and giving people hugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We kind of... Obviously, we can't really do that as much, but we have other ways to kind of still be like that for other people. You know? Like.
So when are we getting you in the Christmas hat too?
Oh my God. Okay, so I've had a lot of people telling me, Patty, what happened to your Christmas hat? It will be there when I spend the time trying to figure out how to reform it on my head.
I'm just trying to get people in the holiday spirit.
I am Christmassy colors.
Okay, yeah.
Magical girl at Christmas.
Hey.
Yeah, you can always be more festive.
I know.
I dyed my entire outfit red and green.
Oh, wow. I mean, like.
Even your boots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm trying to. Trying to
Oh.
I don't know. Make the mood a bit better since.
Oh.
Yeah. Since everything that's happened recently, I feel like at least if I can get people celebrating, then people won't be as glum.
Oh, you I'm a magical girl at Christmas. That's it's kind of a thing that's always on my mind, you might say, from time to time. I mean, aside from other things.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. How is trying to hit on the person? Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? Wait, who?
Sorry, I'm doing sister things.
You're an asshole. I've just been. I kind of had my eyes on I had my eyes on someone for a while, but
yeah,
she's kind of not around much, and then another person. Another person came along, and I don't know. I haven't really felt like that before.
You mind me asking? Unless it bothers you too.
Sky.
No, it's not a big deal. It's Philo's familiar.
Sky.
I'll get to you in a moment. Okay, well that's fine. Wait, so what would I didn't realize that they were out and about.
Yeah, she's here and there. She's mainly in the sanctum, but I've been trying to pull her out and get her accustomed to stuff.
Wait, so then who was the other one then?
Before Emrys?
Yeah.
Nella.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean by... Okay.
Not around often.
Well, I mean, that's not by their choice.
I don't really know much about it. I just know that she'll disappear for
let me
like
see
a
when
month
she
at a time.
last disappeared. Let's see. That was weird. So they last. It was the end of November, basically.
Yeah, I think just before I got back.
So
just my luck.
You don't think you want to be pursuing them anymore?
It's just the timing hasn't worked as much as I'd like to. I mean, she was gone, and then she apparently got back right as we went down for Showman, and then she left just before I got back.
Yeah.
It's just...
Ooh, wait, how do you know how she feels about you then?
No.
Okay.
That's the other part.
Okay. They're a really nice person. Though I do feel like they may have certain. They have sort of like you might say realistic frustrations about certain things. I'd say this is the feeling I get, and I feel like she would get kind of worried about the fact that she always has to keep disappearing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't really know what the whole thing is. Like again, like she had disappeared, and then I was gonna talk to her when she got back, but you know,
yeah,
things kept happening.
Well, hey, that just means more reason for you to make sure you don't get stuck in situations where you can't talk to her.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Look, sometimes there's hiccups from time to time. Right, darling?
Roasted mango.
Hi. Oh, I hope you didn't try to feed this tonight. Hi, it's good to see you in your normal form, by the way.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, normal self.
Yeah.
Did they say rusted mango?
No, roasted.
Roasted.
They put it in the oven. They've just been putting random things in the oven.
It doesn't taste like it's grilled, but it's still something, I suppose. Oh shoot! I gotta make sure I don't give Knight any pecks in the cheeks or something like that tonight. Damn.
Is she allergic to mango?
Yeah.
That's one I haven't heard before.
Hey, Lila, can you remind me not to
Alright, I'll get it off your lips later.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm done with physical rehabilitation, and I'm cleared. Ready to fight again.
Oven cooked ice cream.
Oh, does that mean? Are you gonna be helping out with the like the people on the ruins?
Oh, there's another thing out in the ruins. I got
there's always something going on in the ruins.
Fair.
Yeah, like there's daily construction work.
Just got handed a bowl of oven cooked ice cream.
No madness there, right? That's been taken care of.
There shouldn't be madness there. Why?
Last time I was there,
Okay. Well, we haven't heard anything about any madness stuff going on for the past like several weeks and stuff like that.
I'm gonna put this down.
Ew.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see it.
Well, I mean, I guess it's. I mean, it's
cute.
My girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Nah. But we're allowed to be gay.
So, in any case, you know, I think you should. I mean,
Patty, you're cute. All right.
Shush. So I think it's perfectly fine. I mean, you know, having some amount of patience, I guess. But I mean, I understand like if the whole random disappearing thing. I mean, granted, you do. She still does give a bit of warning. Like, you know, she says she starts getting all smoky and whatnot, and when that starts, basically an hour after that, she disappears. So she at least can give like a heads up about that.
I wasn't told anything at least, but I mean, granted, I was.
Oh well, I mean, not
I don't know. She hasn't told me much about the circumstances. Is more what I mean.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if that's the most. She can in due time, I think. I mean, she explained it to me.
I don't know. I plan to talk with her at some point. Just
yeah.
Haven't been able
I'll
to.
pop by the rooms every now and again if they need help.
Oh yeah, of course they
Simple
yeah.
enough work.
Yeah, they always need help over there.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, yeah.
I think actually, like the construction, rather reconstruction efforts of we're now at 55% reconstructed. Slow, but still. There's just a lot of monsters in there. It's,
Big improvement from last year.
Actually, yeah, you're not wrong. We've been stuck at 50% for like. We've been stuck at 50% for like since last year.
So, you know, 5% over the past 3 months.
Yeah, so, you know, well, I suppose you can still pop in here. I think you can, you know, she'll tell you eventually. But that's also up to you if you want to be doing any kind of pursuing. I mean, you know, it's still good to be getting to know someone, but in terms of how she's like and whatnot, she's a good person. You know, I suppose someone who likes kids usually is the amount of a good person, I suppose.
I'm gonna get going.
I think I've got a pretty good sense of character.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, if you don't mind me asking, if you can only see someone, like, every other month, would you still be willing to put up with that?
I'm gonna be heading home.
I think that.
Let Trish know I'm not dead.
Wait, Trish? Hold on. You know a Trisha? Or Trish? Sorry.
Yeah, they were.
I'll give you more time. I'll give you more time to
my building.
Manager of your building.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Think that was Trisha?
Look, I don't know about names, about landlords, or anything like that. Okay. Because I remembered hearing Ash say something about Trisha.
Wait, what happened?
We found him in the warrant. He got madness on him, and I mean he's been recovered. He's been recovered and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure he's found Trisha or whatever. But
What do they have? What are those?
Return the sender.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Why are you? What do you mean return a sender? Can you popsicle them?
Grab. Pick up.
Where'd the other one go?
Right there. Oh.
No.
I don't think they can reach terminal velocity though. But just get them frozen, and we'll probably send them over to the Homeowners Association.
I thought it was done. I hadn't seen
we still
in days.
We still have a whole bunch of iguanas. In fact, there's some iguanas, rather shade puppeteer iguanas.
This is brand new to me.
Oh, this happened starting Friday.
Oh my lord. But yeah, Ash was muttering about them.
When, I guess like one instance that he was kind of like, he was, I guess, passed out. He mentioned the name. So I don't know if I guess he has a thing with the landlady then.
Landlady, yeah, I guess that's. Huh. I'll check, make sure she's all right, but mostly that.
Of course. Anyways, let me at least wrap this up with Quill. Hi, yes. What's up?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be.
Nothing. Just random thought. It's gone.
So I'm going back. Let's pull this back, and hopefully we don't have another distraction coming in. But so yeah, if you can only be with someone every other month, would you be willing to put up with that?
So, in the kind of grand scheme of it all, a month is nothing really. Even if I've started taking life slower than I used to, kind of taking every day as its own instead of just letting them soar by like I used to. A month in terms of my life is minuscule. As long as there's communication, I really can get through anything. I'd like to think.
If you're going through some hardships, you can also spend the time when they're not around writing letters.
Yeah. Plus, I know I've always got good friends that I can
Yeah.
lean back on if I really need help.
I don't mean to kind of like be like, oh, maybe not be interested in Emerus, but
Simba.
oh my god. As long as you don't yeet them. Darling, iguana, bigger iguana.
There you go.
Yeah. Wait, is it already roasted?
They took it out.
I was in the mood for iguana. But yeah. Yeah, I don't mean to kind of like be like, kind of pulling you away from Emerus or anything, or Emerus or anything like that, but just I'm a little more eyebrow raisy to when someone's going through a rough patch in their life and then suddenly a new flame comes around.
Fish sticks in the shape of iguanas.
Fish sticks? I want an iguana though.
I don't eat. I'm sorry. Thank you, though. I don't know. I think that could be part of it. This is everything recently has been really stressful, and I'm only now getting to a point that I feel fine. I suppose. I don't know. I had a talk with Ludric a few, I don't know, maybe half an hour ago. We went to the bar, got a drink, and just talked over everything. And things are all right now.
I see.
that could be a part of it. I know I miss Nella, that's for sure, but I don't know.
Then
It's just something I'll have to talk to her about.
when the moment I get a message that they're back, I'll make sure to message you about it, okay?
Yeah, I've also got their like, I don't know, I guess it's their like AI or something maybe. He told me he'd shoot me a text when she's back, so or alert me when she is.
Okay.
'Cause I tried texting her.
Oh, I never actually tried texting afterwards.
I don't actually know if it's an AI, but
This guy got stolen by the wall.
Oh.
Hey there. They're back again.
There they are.
I think it's the top of the building.
I see it.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember what I was about to say there. Yeah. I feel like this. I think it's possible that maybe this every other month thing, something can be figured out. A solution. Just right now,
Yeah.
maybe not. I don't know. I guess I kind of just want her to have more reason to be smiling, I guess. So maybe I'm kind of helping push this a little bit. So I apologize if. Look, I'm just saying. Full disclaimer, you know. She was someone that I was a little flirty with during my Star Festival period. I behave in certain kind of different ways in different seasons and whatnot. And right, anyways, take care. And during Star Festival rather, I was getting a little extra flirty and whatnot, which caused a lot of trouble for me in the end. But yeah, Lila. There you go.
I know you're there. I'm focusing on the conversation. Yeah.
But I know. Okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but I did used to have an infatuation with Philo. And it kind of just. I guess when I saw him, it kind of disappeared. He was someone who, to me, appeared at the right time. I was stressed out, and a bunch of things kind of happening, and he was mysterious, looked exotic, nice person. Like really nice in the eyes and all that sort of stuff. But like, he was still an infatuation. Are we gonna send it over to the HOA, or we're gonna use it for food?
It's big enough to use for food.
It's up to you.
You should use it for food. Patty said that she was craving iguana.
But yeah, I'm just a little more hyper aware of that sort of subject, since I also notice other people maybe also reacting in terms of like reaching out for love when they're stressed out and
safety.
Yeah, safety, instead of just trying to actually, I guess, discerning whether or not something's worth figuring out.
Right behind between the eyes.
Because, hey, no, I understand sometimes, I don't think there's anything wrong if you don't think your heart can handle not seeing them or having them around for a month. Like, to me, I would just kind of practice just seeing, like, okay, so they're not going to be around for like a month, then okay. I'll see if I can just like find all this sort of stuff to be busying my time with, and then when they're around, then it's all about them.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing.
few months ago, these are not conversations that I would have ever thought that I'd be having. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't blame you for thinking that. Let's, I don't blame you.
Ow!
Hmm? You okay?
Juana just smacked me in the back of the head and then jumped off the building.
What? Oh. Right, I don't think they could reach terminal velocity.
I hope not.
Huh? Oh,
Just giving you a... I'm glad you're my friend, Patty.
yeah. I didn't, I'm sorry, kind of got off the wrong foot kind of thing, like, time back.
Eh.
But...
It's behind me. I'm trying to be more, I was saying this to Lila on the top of the clock tower, but I'm trying to be more thankful for the people that are in my life. Trying to let those people know as well how much that they mean to me, because I'm tired of feeling bad.
That makes sense. Although, that makes me... The timing of that sort of stuff feels like, you're on your deathbed kind of thing. So, you need to watch out how you're talking to people about that.
Hey, I still got reforms, probably. I'm just, it's not fun always feeling bad. And I feel like there's always a lot of negativity around.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to counteract that, I suppose. Try and make people feel better. Know that they're cared for.
That's kind of
because it's easy to forget it.
Yeah, I'm getting lost, caught up in the moment of all the deluge of horrible unpleasantries.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to ask your opinion on something real quick. I already asked Lila on this.
Okay.
I guess if you're intentionally riling yourself up, getting angry, so you can learn how to control the anger, do you think that's healthy?
Talking about night.
How'd you guess?
Because I saw it.
You saw it? Yeah, I'm talking about night. I told them I get opinions and stuff on the subject, but I don't feel comfortable with that. That's not healthy. It's a bad habit to be going with, creating.
I'm conflicted of, I guess is the best way to word it, because on one hand, I fully agree with you. I don't think it's healthy at all. But on the other hand, I also get why she's pushing herself like that. We had a conversation the other night, and she wasn't doing well. I think that was actually That might have been the night that I bumped into you there as well.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
She's frustrated with how people view her. And how she feels like she does all this work and it gets shrugged off because of her age. And I think because all it feels like to her is that people are pushing her down, she's trying to push herself harder to prove them wrong.
That's been a problem that she's had for... Well... I guess ever since, they were interacting more with everyone else. I guess... Since, like, January. I think. It was only recent that they... I think the best way to describe it is that, like, when I first met, when I was first with them, they were more akin to that of, like, an 8-year-old, 8, 9, 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Not, and also not to the extent of how Clover is, like, not as precocious. Like, they're just more blissfully unaware of things, I guess you might say. Then they got an actual, like, humanoid body. And they were slowly going from, like, what do you expect from a 10-year-old then to an 11-year-old. And now they're at the point where they're like 12 to 13-year-olds. I wish they didn't have to go through that. You know, the feeling of, like, not being taken seriously, but I feel like they are trying to be a little too bullheaded about how to find their place in the world. Because, I mean, you know, goodness, I was going through that. Like, literally, I was 16, 17 years old when she was telling me this sort of stuff, and I'm literally dealing with that sort of thing. I mean, heck, even Lila...
Yeah.
Even Lila, like, you know, she's 20 right now. She still gets the whole kid treatment from time to time. That's just how a lot of people are. And, you know, it does
I
get
think it's that, but...
Go ahead.
She feels like people don't even respect her. It's not just that they see her as younger, they see her as a child. She feels as if she doesn't even get the bare minimum amount of respect that she gives everyone. And like apparently with the keep, God, this pissed me off to hear because I don't really like her, but apparently Blaze thought that she shouldn't even be working on potions and stuff.
I can understand, like, you know, they would say, hey, I don't feel comfortable with them being security. But potions? That, I don't feel comfortable, like, that is a perfectly fine thing to be doing.
Blaze doesn't even show up to the fucking keep half the time. Sorry, that's my own grievances.
Well, it might be that Blaze just kind of like feels a little uncomfortable with any idea of, like, a child doing any sort of work. But the thing is, potions is one of those things that's also a hobby. It's an art. And it's one of those things that it's fine to let someone young help out. contribute. Granted, you know, maybe, you know, perhaps like not pushing them, make them feel like this thing's got to get done or else, you know, something like bad stuff's going to be happening. That, you know, yeah, that's a different thing there. But I know that contributes to how Knight feels, but Knight's just been always feeling like this, and
yeah,
I've seen some in situations where Knight gets really upset about how someone else talks, but it's in a way it's kind of like just the way the other person wants to help. They want to be helpful. They're concerned, and they either may be missing context, or they're just so used to, well, there's so many young folk that's always being led astray, or they want to help, not contribute to Knight feeling like they got to be putting everything on their shoulders.
Yeah.
So it's this is a combination of just like people behaving the way they are, and herself getting wound up. So I think this is both sides.
Yeah.
And although I'm saying this from my personal experience, because I know people don't mean it. You know, it's just simply just what they're used to, or whatnot. I mean, when I actually used to be small, like when I was actually Padaru sized, that was the biggest things that I was worried about. That like I'd never get taken seriously by people. You know, I would always be seen as like you know, a little sister or a little daughter kind of person to everyone. Even though I was like 13 years old and 14 years old, I getting more height. I was somehow getting some height, but it wasn't that much more than the Padaru size. But you know, 15 years old, I was like, this is what I'm gonna be like for the rest of my life, and I'm still getting treated like this. I want to help her learn how to manage this sort of stuff. Like, there's a lot of people who don't know how to talk to me, but they mean well. And I try to help guide them in trying to figure out how to help me. Unless I'm not in the mood.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, when someone I trust, but I know that they kind of little flub words, I try to help them. As strange as it may be, but I help them so I can be helped. It's not always successful, but I'm sorry, my thoughts are kind of all over the place.
You're good. I cannot imagine being in your shoes with all of this, so like
you say this.
You don't have to apologize.
You say this, but what about
I am in your shoes.
Nick? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest problem here is Nyx is growing extremely fast in a world that's not used to that sort of thing.
She's actually halted a bit. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I've been making sure she's being fed. We're you know, we've been reading a bunch and stuff like that, but she's stopped right around, I don't know, I think it's kind of like Knight's age, if I had to guess. 13ish, maybe 14, I don't know.
Hopefully I have to wonder what their perception
I don't know
of
the
time
first
is.
thing about dragons.
Well, sometimes they get obsessive, and sometimes they get really angry. Prideful as well. So, I myself have been trying to use
She
methods
is
that
certainly prideful.
I try to use methods in regards to like my what I had with my therapist. With I couldn't share the information with Knight. My therapist when he was still alive years ago. I mean, I used to be a lot more angry, a lot more frustrated, sad, and all that sort of stuff. But you know, the therapist helped. Although I suppose Lila helped a lot with certain things there. Actually, are you fine to be like kind of sitting down in the all the snow? Like it's like, isn't it steaming on your face?
Maybe a little bit, but I don't mind it. It's not like the rain where I feel like I'm getting waterboarded.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, snow is just frozen water, and ice doesn't seem to mess with me as much as water does.
Yeah.
Even though I don't even understand why that would be like that. But yeah, I don't mind the snow as much.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna walk over to Lila just to give her a little attention just real quick, but I too understand how why Night is doing what they're doing, but the problem is the timing of it is really not great. They're burying themselves with the stuff after Slade's passing. And after a whole bunch of other things happening. They're clearly trying to just distract themselves. And, you know, I get that, like, we do need to distract from the pain that we're feeling, but intentionally trying to get angry. And also,
I can't say that I blame her.
Yeah, no, I don't blame her, but I don't want her to be doing that because it's not healthy. Like, it's just I can 100% understand people. I can understand their plight. Doesn't mean I'm going to like agree with them moving forward with whatever they're doing. Just like Slade.
Yeah. I mean I guess the problem is that children will see the environments that they're raised in and mimic it. And not necessarily that you guys, but more so, you know, the greater Orlandosaka, Dragonspire, the Warrens, stuff like that. Like, how often are we really seeing people that are, you know, they're frustrated, they're angry, they're pissed off, whatever, they just go blow off some steam by punching a big thing.
And I keep that in track, and I tell her certain things about that. You know, this isn't good, that's not good, that's not a good thing to follow. This may be understandable, but it's not a thing to be doing. I've been making sure I've been guiding her in that regards. Like, make no mistakes. When I see someone doing something that's not great, I make sure to let her and the other kids know this isn't the greatest thing to be doing. This isn't healthy. This is deconstructive, and it's alienating, which is what Knight's been doing. They've been training every single day since Slade. It's training in their waterfall every single day since Slade, you know, kicked the bucket, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, and hey, thank you very much for the raid there. And
she's also stubborn.
Yeah, no, wonder where she gets that from.
All of us.
Yep. She's also been letting Day stay there as a reminder of her anger.
I know.
You know?
I talked to Day, actually. Mm-hmm.
I don't like saying no to any of my kids. I hate doing that. I absolutely hate doing that. But I've had to do that multiple times this year with Knights. And I feel like I might need to tell them I don't want Day to be there. On the other hand, I can get around it by simply just going like, hey, we're going outside as a family. Or just be like, hey, Lila, take them somewhere. Galatea, take them somewhere. I take them somewhere. Hey, kids, go out to the park or something like that. Though I am worried that they're gonna try to. Well, okay. If they try to train at night, I'm gonna get a little upsetty about that, and I can definitely tell if she's tired in that regards.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, they still have schooling to be doing.
I don't know. The whole day thing confused me, I suppose.
Hi. Just the place I want to be.
I don't know about day, really. Like, I genuinely just am at, like, a loss of words with it, because on one hand, I would be freaked out if I saw a almost perfect copy of me by the person who's trying to kill me constantly, just like chilling. I don't know. I'd be
imagine how the parents
mortified. Yeah, like it's one of those things. Like, I don't understand how she can just let Day sit like that, and just like I would not want her anywhere in my space. I have to unfortunately deal with Flanero being in my fucking space half the time. Not physically, but he's in my fucking book.
Are you gonna be getting up soon? I just want to know if should get comfortable or not.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll be comfortable here before you decide to move away. But yeah.
I mean, if you guys want, we can start heading back to. You know, I'm gonna turn in anyways. Maybe I might as well go on the train.
I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache.
Okay, and then let's start heading back then.
Plus, I don't want to get back too late, considering I don't want to make a bunch of noise because Arya has school, and I don't want Yasiel to dislike me.
Oh, yeah, you've been staying at Roderick's place, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Until all my paperwork is finished for the apartments.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna be staying around here, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit past over where they're building the Pokemon gym or whatever.
Is it a cosmic headache or is one of those fuzzy yellow headaches?
Fuzzy funny headaches. I think I'm ready to go home.
Okay. Yeah. Did you wait? Did you go to the shrine this earlier this week to help with that?
I went earlier, a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know how many times you need to be going there before it finally goes away. But anyways, yeah. I forgot where we were. Sorry, I was. Darling, you're too distracting sometimes.
Don't get distracted,
That is so cute.
Well, I mean, I want to be distracted by you.
Just kiss already.
We just did. Okay, regardless, though. Okay, yes, anyways, regardless, though. So God, I'm being respectful, by the way. I am trying to be respectful.
I know.
At least out in public.
I have shorts on. Shush.
Yes, you have shorts on, but it's still the aesthetic of it. It is still a pleasing. Why do you think I wear the thigh highs? I understand the. Oh my God! How long have we done? Oh my God! It's been weeks. Sorry,
we smack the sign every single time that we come by here normally.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to do it constantly, back and forth, all the time. Hi, Quaggan.
I'm not Quaggan.
What do you mean you're not Quaggan?
Okay.
Okay.
What?
It's red Quaggan.
Okay.
Red. How are you able to tell the color? It's so dark out. Oh!
Because they said that they're not clogging, so they're the red clogging.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, okay.
I think that's a third Quaggan now.
Hell yeah, Smalls. Yeah, I may wind up simply just telling them that I don't feel comfortable, but I'd rather just go through the route of just basically going like not saying that.
Big Hogan got stuck. Big Hogan was investigating something. They got stuck in a guild. Guild only goes.
Oh yeah,
doors, bro.
yep. I heard about that rumor. But yeah, I meh. I don't want to be telling them that, hey, don't have day in there, but just, what else am I going to say, you know? We can definitely try to distract by, like, you know, us going places. Blah.
Day is a whole can of worms that I am curious about, but also I don't want to poke my head into.
What do you mean curious about?
Because, well, so I talked today when I was at the waterfall one time. And Day saw Day seemed very sure that she isn't anything more than a creation, like an extension of Linero. But she's able to make conscious decisions of her own thoughts, not off of his, which is strange to me. And I'm trying to, like, stop myself, because the last time I went and I tried to figure out what was wrong with a construct making their own choices, I died.
I don't want that to happen again.
I don't intend on it.
Get over here.
I always forget how strong you are.
There you go.
But, yeah, it's interesting to me that she's able to make the distinction between her own thoughts and the thoughts that that either come from or go to Flanero. Because she doesn't call him her creator. She doesn't call him, like, how most, like, things like that go. Like, it's not the phrase master. Her specifically chose the phrase father, and she calls him her dad. Which is what jumps at me. And she feels unsure about everything, but the fact that she's able to feel unsure, there's that uncertainty, that dissonance. There's more than what she's just made of.
Which, that's a thing to be concerned about.
It is.
Some people wonder why there's so many orphans in the metaverse. It seems like people who can simply just create them. Like we've seen with Kazi as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some stuff to think about then.
Day is a strange case. that is for sure.
Stops coming here.
I don't know, if I stop by and something seems off, you'll be the first person to let know.
Thank you.
Oh,
Guys, why do you have your sword
Varus
out?
with his sword out. God damn it.
Can at least shout at the thing.
Yeah, wait, he could freeze it.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm not gonna make it my problem though. All right. Thank you for your mind. And take care, okay?
Yeah. He is. Here, come here, Patty. You guys have a good night.
You too. Grab. Pick up.
Oh, it's going to sleep.
I like the hat.
Freeze.
Jolly maxing.
There you go. You want it? There you go. Enjoy.
I suppose you can give it a Kazi. It's classical. Yep, there we go.
Anyways, you two have a good night. I'll catch you guys later.
Take care. Good night. Oh wait, I thought the. Oh, there they are. Good night.
I think this is the permanent.
You feel a little bit better now that you're in here?
Yeah. I'm gonna go wash my face off.
Okay. You want to see me wearing the outfit, or
Are you willing to show me?
Yeah.
Or am I gonna have to dress you myself?
I think I need a little bit of help with it.
Okay, I'll be out in a minute.